Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi. So as you must be knowing that today is our English week. Okay, so let's begin our day with a tongue twister. Okay, so this tongue twister name is the seashell. Okay, so it's a classic one. You must have heard about it. Now let's try the full version of it. Okay, so I'll read it a bit slowly. Okay, for the first 3 times, then faster version of it. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so this is she sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashell for sure. For if she sells seashell on the seashore, then I am sure she sells seashore shells. Okay. She sells seashell by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells for sure. For if she sells seashell on the seashore, then I am sure she sells seashore shells. Okay, once again. The last time, bit slowly, then faster version. Okay, so this is she sells seashell by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashell for sure. For if she sells seashell by the seashore, then I am sure that she sells seashore shells. Okay. Okay, so let's try a bit fast version of it. Okay, so this is she sells seashell by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells for sure. For if she sells seashell by on the seashore, then I am sure that she sells seashore shells. Okay. She sells seashell by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells for sure. For if she sells seashell on the seashore, then I am sure that she sells seashore shells. Okay, one last time. She sells seashell on the seashore. The shells she sells are the seashell for sure. For if she sells seashell on the seashore, then I am sure that she sells seashore shells. Okay, so can you try this saying 3 times faster version of it? Okay, without tripping. Can you try 3 times without tripping? Say it. Okay, 3 times. And if you can say this without tripping 3 times, then do comment the seashells. Okay, so let's try and do share it with your friends and family to see if they are able to pronounce this tongue twister or not without tripping 3 times. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, all the best. Okay, so let's start with the word. Okay, so let's take our first word, and that is bulwark. Bulwark. This is bulwark. Okay, so what is this? This is noun actually, or can be transitive verb. Okay, so when it is a noun, what does this mean? Okay, so when it's a noun, it is a solid or a wall-like structure. Okay, so often made of earth, built and which is it's built for defense or protection. Okay, so that is what it is. And when it comes to verb, so what it is, to fortify, safeguard or provide protection with or as a bulwark, means like wall like structure. You have to provide protection like that. Okay, so that structure, like wall like structure. Okay, so that is bulwark. So okay, so let's take a big example for this. So the example is, if the storm of debacle approaches, you should be your own bulwark. Okay, so this can be an example. Okay, you should be like a wall-like structure for yourself. Okay, protecting yourself, I mean. Okay, so let's take up the next word. Okay, so our next word is grit. Grit. Okay, this can also be noun or a transitive verb. Okay, so when it is noun, so that is very small piece of stone or like sand particle, something like that. Okay, or like it when it comes to like it can be courage or resolve or determination. Okay, that allows someone to move forward through or to continue through the difficult times, difficulty or hardship, like that. Okay, so that is what it is. When it comes to verb, that is to press or grind teeth, where like grinding teeth when you are very extremely angry, or in kind of you are very determined in that phase. Okay, so determination or anger, okay, during that. So that is also this grit. Okay, so let's take up example for this grit. Okay, so while facing the fog of fiascos, we should summon our grit and move forward together. Okay, so while during all those fiascos time, the fog of when you are in the fog of fiascos, so in that time you should summon your grit, and I mean bind your grit together, summon your grit and move forward. Okay, not looking back. Okay, now let's take up another word, and that is incidence. Okay, incidence is actually a noun, okay, with a verb in it. Incend is the verb. Okay, so I'll tell you its meaning later. Okay, now what's the meaning of incidence? So this is like a literal meaning of it. Okay, so in this incidence is like climbing into or sinking down. Okay, so like that. Okay, so when okay, we are not talking about the literal meaning, the exact, we are talking about the meaning. So that is it's like opposite of transcendence. Okay, so transcendence means to like seek for divine, or higher states, like that, moving up higher. Okay, like that, seeking from that the divine up there, beyond the physical. Okay, so that is what transcendence. Okay, now incidence is the exact opposite of transcendence. So where transcendence means to move up with the divine. Okay, it's seek the divine. Okay, so incidence means to search deeper or inner nature, the core nature of the living world. Okay, so this is the to search deeply. Okay, so that is what incidence is. Okay, so for example of incidence, okay, so the example can be like we should invest our me time in sending into our emotions. So we should whenever we are with ourselves, me time is like that, when we are left with our when we are just with ourselves, we should dig deeper into our heart, our emotions. Okay, so to know a bit more about ourselves. Okay, so that's what the example for this can be. Okay, let's take one other words. Okay, so let's discuss our next set of words. Okay, so the first one is eminence. Once again, eminence. Okay, so this is a noun. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, so this is like a quality of being fully present, or dwelling upon something, or dwelling within the material world. Okay, so it is often paired with transcendence. Okay, transcendence was to seek for the divine. Okay, higher status, the states. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is to describe a deity that is both above and within all things. Okay, a deity that is both above and within all things. Okay, like we say God is above also and within all of us, like all beings. Okay, so okay, so this is the meaning of it, this word. Okay, so for this, the example is our immanent self observes everyone around, so keep the salt of earth within your heart. Okay, so that can be the example of immanence. Okay, okay, so let's take up the next word. And okay, so next word is sentience. Okay, sentience. So this is sentience is noun. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, so this is to so this is the capacity to feel, provide, or experience subjectively. Okay, so this is like a basic awareness that allows you to experience the world. Okay, so that is the basic awareness. Okay, so for this sentence, the example can be, before age of 7 or 8, our full sentence hasn't arrived, so memories fade with time. Okay. Okay, so let's take up our sixth word. This word is ascendance. Ascendance. Ascendance is the state of rising up or gaining powers or like influence over others. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, going up, gaining powers, influence, and all that. Okay, so for this ascendance, the example can be, the phase of ascendance will come when you refuse to let your unfazed, imperturbable, and resilient self die. Okay, so that can be example, and don't ask for is unfazed, imperturbable, and resilient, because I have told you earlier all these meanings. Okay, so this is ascendance, and if you don't remember, do check the video. Okay, if you aren't able to recall that the meanings of unfazed, imperturbable, and resilient personality, go and check the last videos, because I have discussed these words with you. Okay, so I hope you are able to recall. If not, go and check it. Okay, okay, let's take up a quick break. Okay. Okay, so it's riddle time. Okay, so do you remember I have asked you about a riddle, the final note? Okay, I've asked that riddle, and now were you able to get the answer? If not, then let's discuss that once again. Okay, so the riddle was, a man was found dead into a small cramped room. The door was locked inside from inside, and on the table there was a piece of paper, and on that it was a seraphic melody. His last song was written, and next to it was a broken pencil, and next to that was a dead bird in a cage, and there was no wounds on his body, and the air was silent. There was no wounds on his body, and no weapons in the room. The world outside was silent. The air was silent under leading gloom. Okay, so world was silent, and so you had to tell me how did he die? Okay, so the answer is, he was a miner inside a coal mine. Okay, so he died due to the suffocation or a poisonous gas. Okay, due to that. Okay, so earlier, like the miners used to keep a bird in a cage, so cause birds are very sensitive to the air. Okay, so when it would have died, the bird, so the miner, he was already aware that the air was lethal, and I mean the poisonous, and he had to rush immediately. Okay, so what was the reason of the broken pencil? Was like he might be like writing his seraphic melody, and when he saw that the bird died, okay, so he might have like rushed or to write to complete the melody, or might have happened. So he in that panic, he might have like snapped the pencil. Okay, so why there was no wound on his body? Because he died due to suffocation. So because of the poisonous gas, the suffocation, because it was a coal mine. Okay, so he wasn't able to, like, he might have not able to rush out immediately. Okay, so because of that, the suffocation, he died. So that was the answer. Okay, so did you like this riddle? I hope you like it. Okay. Okay, did you share it with your friends and family? If not, now share it with your friends and family and see, are they able to find the correct answer? Okay, so okay, all the best. Okay, now let's try another one. Okay, so it's like kind of a bit short one. Okay, very short, cute, short. Okay, so this riddle is, okay, so the name of the riddle, the next riddle is the riddle of the absolute. Okay, so what is this? What's greater than God? What's evil than devil? The poor have it and the rich need it. And if you eat it, you will die for sure. Okay, once again. Okay, so the riddle is the riddle of the absolute. Okay, so this is what's greater than God? What's evil than devil? The poor have it and the rich need it. And if you eat it, then you'll die. Okay? So better try finding the answer, okay? And if you are able to find it, do comment down, okay? And do share it with your friends and family and see are they able to find the answer or not. Okay? All the best. Okay, so now let's discuss few idioms and phrases. Okay, so number 1. So this is a dark horse. What is a dark horse? Dark horse is someone. This is to describe someone who has like hidden talents or abilities that they haven't revealed yet. Okay, so that is a dark horse. Okay, so for example, can be like can say like she's a dark horse. I have known her for years, but just a couple of days ago I came to know that she has mastered in stenography. Okay, so you can use it like that. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Okay, so that is Bob's your uncle. Okay, so Bob's your uncle. Okay, this is very interesting one. Okay, so this is like a British expression. Okay, so this is like to say and there you are, or like it's as easy as that. Okay, it's like that after explaining a set of instructions and you say like it's as easy as that. So instead of saying like that, you can say Bob's your uncle. Okay, so for this the example can be after a brainstorming puzzle that put us on the horns of dilemma, he spoke all this is like Bob's your uncle. Like it's as easy as that. Oh lord, seriously. Okay, so it can be used like that. Okay, so let's take up another one, and that is a loose cannon. Okay, so this is also very interesting. Okay, so this is like a person who is this is like a person who is unpredictable or like likely to cause damage or trouble because they don't have control over their speech or action. Okay, so they can create a trouble due to that. Okay, their loose tongue. Okay, so that is what a loose cannon is. Okay, so for this the example can be I hide my skeletons in the closet as my best friend is a loose cannon and can't spill the beans. Okay, so you can use like that because my best friend is like a loose cannon, so I cannot trust. So I hide my skeletons myself in the closet. Okay, it's like that because she can spill the beans. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so the 10th one is wet behind the ears. Okay, so it's not like something behind your ears. Okay, this is like this describes someone, a person, I mean, who is like naive or inexperienced in something. Okay, lack of experience. Okay, so that is what is wet behind ears. Okay, so for this the example can be she has a grip on words, but when it comes to singing, she's wet behind ears. Okay, so you can say like that. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, 11th, and that is all mouth and no trousers. Okay, all mouth and no trousers doesn't have anything to do with the trousers. Okay, so this describes someone who talks very confidently to do something grand, okay, but actually never take any action. Okay, so never does anything. He or she just talks like that very confidently, like they will do something grand, okay, but they actually never does that. Okay, so for this one, the example can be, though he is a dapper in his looks, but one can't deny that he is all mouth and no trousers, as he always talks about the lavish party but never throws one. Okay, so he's, and I hope you are able to recall dapper meaning. Okay, I hope so. If not, go and check the previous videos. Okay, there you'll get this. Okay, so by looks he is like dapper, but he is actually like this, all mouth and no trousers. Okay, talks about lavish party but never throws one. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, now let's move on to the last one, and that is fuddy-duddy. I love it. Okay, I really love it. Okay, so this is a person who is like old-fashioned or boring. Okay, we can call that person fuddy-duddy. Okay, so for this, the examples can be, like you can say she's a bit fuddy-duddy when it comes to accepting new trends. Or like he's a fuddy-duddy when it comes to accept the new technology. Okay, so you can use it like, you are a fuddy-duddy whenever you meet a boring person with old fashioned, like I use it. Okay, I really love it. Okay, so this is fuddy-duddy, my favorite one, favorite of the day. Okay, so this is, which one is your favorite? Do let me know in the comment section. Okay, and do try making sentences by yourself. Okay, do write comment below using all these words which we covered. We have words, idioms, phrases and all that. So do make sentences, and I'll surely check it. Okay, so all the best. Okay, so let's talk about our fun fact of the day. Okay, so our fun fact of the day is the illusion touch. Okay, so what is this? The illusion touch is, okay, so this is like, did you know that you haven't actually touched anything in your entire life? Did you know that? Okay, so the science says that atoms are made of nucleus, which are surrounded by electrons. So electrons have a negative charge, and like charges repel each other. Okay, so the reality is, when you sit on a chair or hold a pen, so the electrons in your hand and the electrons in that object, okay, like the pen or anything like that, so they are actually pushing each other with incredible force. So the sensation you feel as touch, so what it is? Okay, so the sensation you feel while you touch anything, that is your nerve ending interpreting as electrostatic repulsion. Okay, your nerve endings are interpreting that electrostatic repulsion. Okay, that is what it is. You are technically hovering a microscopic distance over everything you touch. In a way, your physical existence is our physical existence is a constant state of immanence, like being present in the world without truly merging in it. Okay, so that is what the amazing fact is. Okay, so I hope you like the fact and the class. Okay, so if you like it, do share it with your friends and family. And okay, we'll meet in the next class. Until then, bye bye. Take care and use these words in your daily life. Okay, bye.